Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to Eden Naturals. Happy Sabbath to those who are observing the Sabbath already. Happy preparation day to those who are preparing for the Sabbath. And generally, it's a happy Sabbath that is ahead of us here in Africa. The Bible says, remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. There's one important work that we need to do before the Sabbath begins. And what is that important work? Apart from the cooking, the washing of dishes, the preparing of clothes, there's another very, very important work that we need to do before the Sabbath. And this is what we are going to discuss today. Here is the quotation found in Child Guidance 528.5. It says, there is another work that should receive attention on the preparation day. On this day, all differences between brethren, whether in the family or in the church, should be put away. So this is another thing that we need to do as a family of God, or as a family, as a nucleus family, or as a family at large. This is the work that we are supposed to do before the Sabbath begins. If we had offended anyone in our family, before the Sabbath begins, we have to ask for forgiveness. We have to reconcile with one another, so that as we are entering the Sabbath, we are entering the Sabbath as one whole, as in one accord. The Bible says in the book of Ephesians chapter 4, verse 32, forgiving one another as God forgave you. How many times do we enter the Sabbath with grudges with our fellow brethren, whether in the house or at church? How many times do you feel like not going to that church because there's a sister who said bad things about you, or there's a brother that talked ill about you? How many times do we carry grudges on the Sabbath, and it hinders us from concentrating, or it hinders us from communing with God? This is another very, very important work that we need to do before the Sabbath begins. If I offended someone, be it my child, my husband, or a neighbor, before the Sabbath begins, I have to call them. I have to ask for forgiveness. We have to reconcile, so that as we are entering the Sabbath, both our spirits are in peace with God and in peace with one another. By doing that, we are going to enjoy the Sabbath rest that God has given us. This is another work that we need to do on the Sabbath, on the preparation day, that is Friday today. We have to get all secular papers to be put out of sight. The storybooks which are not Christian, the school books, anything that is not concerning the holy Sabbath, we have to put them away. We need not to put books that will tempt our children to start reading secular books on the Sabbath. This is the work that we have to do on the preparation day. Apart from the books, even the TV itself, how many people switch on the TV on the Sabbath day and they are watching news? Are we supposed to watch news on the Sabbath day? No, 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 no. We can put the songs, we can sing along, we can sing as a family, but when we take the TV, we switch it on, we start watching news, we start watching secular programs, it's as good as we have not kept the Sabbath. We can do that in the 6 days. Even in the 6 days, watching TV, watching those secular movies, if you're a Christian, you have to think twice about that. But on the Sabbath, let the TV alone. Those who have TVs, on Sabbath, switch it off. Or if you switch it on, make sure you are watching music, or you're watching something that is going to elevate you, something that is going to draw you closer to God. Instead of watching news and soap operas on the Sabbath, will be breaking the Sabbath. Even some watch football and movies on the Sabbath, and they say they are keeping the Sabbath. They'll be sitting in bed, eating popcorns, watching movies, and it is the holy hours of the Sabbath. We are stealing from God. May God help us. So if we put secular books aside, we put the TV aside, all the things of the world, we put them on pause on Sabbath, are we supposed to be on social media then, using our phones? The answer is no. those social media groups or anything that we post, it can pause. In fact, it will do good to our mental health, because research has found that most of the people who love social media, they have mental issue problems. I think one of these fine days, by God's grace, we are going to do a presentation. I've done it in churches, but we are going to do a special presentation about social media and how it is affecting us, our mental and our self-esteem. We just look as if others are doing it, and everyone wants to look their best on social media. So may God help us that even the phone should not act as a distraction. The devil is tricky. He's going to use that which we love to deceive us, just like he deceived Eve through the serpent, which they used to love to watch. So we should watch out for these gadgets. May God bless you and keep you until next time. Maranatha and happy Sabbath.